Hey everyone, this is Caitlin Huggins, a black belt out of Top Martial Arts, an affiliate under Roberto Traven. I was asked by Elevate Jiu Jitsu Magazine to answer questions by y'all, and I have two that I'm going to be answering for you today. The first is from Diane Mayer. How has Jiu Jitsu changed my life? That's both an easy question and a really big loaded question as well. Because it's changed my life in so many ways, especially because I started at such a young age. I'm about to be 32, and I've been training since I was 15, so that's more than half my life. I started over the summers when I was 12, so it's a huge part of my life. How has it changed my life? I would say that before I started training, I was really out of shape, not athletic at all, really awkward. I mean, I still am, but terribly more so. And just not very confident. And Jiu-Jitsu changed all of that for me. I love to say that I'm a really transient person because I've changed cities a lot. In school, I changed majors a lot. I went through a variety of different jobs, but Jiu-Jitsu has always stuck and always been my consistent, and that's because it changed my life in so many positive ways. It enabled me to be a person who was less lazy, who was inclined to be healthy, who wanted to achieve goals, whether in training or competing. It made me just so much more empowered, and it also made me want to empower other women, and it brought me closer to other women. Whereas I would say when I first started as a child and a teenager, I didn't really connect with too many other girls. You'll hear a lot of black belt ladies say that they felt odd or weird or out of place. And in Jiu-Jitsu, when you meet other women who gravitate towards the art, you feel this bond with them that we all have felt this way. We all felt out of place, and like maybe we just didn't fit in with other women or girls, but little did we know there's a bunch of us out there. And when you do, it's amazing, and it's an amazing journey. I know it's a really long question, or a really long answer to a short question, but to sum it all up, I would say that Jiu-Jitsu has changed my life, and that it's made me a better person. If I didn't have it, I feel like I wouldn't have learned that respect for other people. I wouldn't have learned how to really enjoy working hard and going after goals. So, like I said, to sum it up, it has helped me to be a better person, is probably the best way to put it. To be a confident person, a stronger person, and just a healthy person. Another thing you hear a lot of black belt women say is that they struggled with body issues, they struggled with relationships, and Jiu-Jitsu has, I think, at least I can speak for myself, taught me to love myself and to have a new positive perspective on food, on relationships, and just on life in general. So again, sorry for the really long-winded question to a short answer, but I can't talk enough about the positive changes it's made in my life. So on to the next question by Sashi. I'm so sorry, girl, if I'm butchering your name right now. And let's see here. Do you consider training with lower belts when there's no upper belts at the time still hard training? And this question is kind of multifaceted, so I'll start with the first part. Do I consider training with lower belts when there's no upper belts? Of course I do, because I don't want anybody to feel like they're not worth training with. I mean, if they're being disrespectful, that's one thing, but if they just don't feel confident because they're a lower belt, like they're a waste of my time. I don't want anyone to feel that way. And it's up to me as an upper belt to figure out ways to push myself when there aren't upper belts around in the role. If I'm just playing my A game on a white belt, that's not going to help me, and that's not going to help them. So it's up to me to be creative and find ways to push myself with lower belts. Like I can try things I've never tried before, and I can also see what the lower belts are going to do. And of course, if they do stupid stuff, it's an opportunity for me to help them out, and in helping them out, that creates a better training partner for me in the long run. So there are different things I'll do to try and push myself with people who are lower belts or maybe smaller than me, by not playing my A game and trying to challenge myself with techniques I struggle with. So the next part of that question is, since there are not many female black belts or even brown belts, how does a female black belt find good training? Oh, well, my regular training partners are CJ and Josh Murdoch, and they're very active black belt competitors, and they don't cut me any slack at all. Especially because, I'm not, I guess, a super small lady, so I don't think there's a huge difference in how you train with men versus women. It's more about size and maybe technique and style. And if you roll with me, you know that I have a very pressury, very smashy style. So sometimes I find that maybe more men like to train with me in certain situations. Again, not because of gender, but simply because of size and style. So it's not really hard for me to find training as far as gender goes, but I will say that it is hard to find the style of a very technical upper belt woman because they don't roll the same as men. So when I come into those situations where I might have to face a really good guardera, I'll try and cross-train at other places if I can, even if it's just a little bit of training, because I'm not going to find those type of training partners like your question implied in many places. So you have to travel sometimes, or you have to try and find men that emulate those styles. Of course, it's not the same, but you gotta do what you gotta do and make the best of what you have. And sometimes that's the best advice I can give anyone in whatever their training situation. Make the best of what you have with your training partner, with your whatever schools are in your area. If you have opportunities to cross-train, do. Some schools put a lot of pressure on people to not, but if you can, do. And if you can travel and cross-train, especially if you're a lady. And there are women's only open mats, and there are opportunities to go to black belt women's seminars. Go. You're not gonna find those opportunities very often, at least not right now, but that might change. So I hope this answered y'all's questions, and if y'all have any more questions, maybe Nicole and Denise will do another one of these. Thank you for your questions, ladies, and I hope to see you guys soon. I miss you all so much, and I can't wait to train with y'all again. Stay safe during this quarantine. If you have any questions or requests, anyone will tell you I'm a huge procrastinator, but I will try to get to it. It's not like we have a lot going on right now, so please message me whatever questions you have. I have a YouTube channel as well, so like I said, I can film whatever you guys request, jiu-jitsu related or Q&A. So thank you for your time.